Hello everyone, welcome to my channel DevOps Chronicles. I am Rohit, a DevOps architect with 14 years of real-world experience helping companies scale and automate using tools like AWS, Terraform, EKS, Kubernetes, GitHubs, and more. In this video, I'm going to explain what DevOps really is, show you actual tools used in the field, and give you a clear learning roadmap if you want to master DevOps for your career. So let's get started. Okay, so what is DevOps? A DevOps is not just a buzzword. It is a culture and a set of practices that bring together software development and IT operations. The goal: deliver software faster, more reliably, and with better collaboration. In simple terms, we can call it DevOps as developer write a code, operation, deploy, and maintain the systems. Both collaborate through automation, version control, and continuous delivery. Let me show you a quick diagram of DevOps concept a lo- and a life cycle. So in a DevOps life cycle, we have a life cycle start from plan, develop, build, test, release, deploy, operate, and monitor. So each step can be automated and enhanced with a specific tool. Let me walk you through them. So in a plan, we have a tool called Jira and Confluence. So when any software release comes in, so we have a plan where it has written that what kind of feature we required. So that comes under a developer. So developer have a plan with a ticket, so he can go through the ticket and can start developing it or fixing the code. After plan, so developer, have a ability to commit their code in a Git repository. So we have a GitHub, and GitLab. So once your code is ready, you committed your code into a Git. So your code is ready for build or test. So for building and test, we have a Jenkins, GitHub Actions, Circle CI. So once your build and test has done, so you can further move to deploy. So for using a deploy, we have a again we can use a Jenkins to invoke Ansible, Argo CD, or to use a Docker container or Kubernetes to deploy your application. So after deploy, we have a monitor. So once you deploy your application into the system or into Kubernetes or Docker, so you need to monitor your application. You should have some kind of solution where it will keep on monitor your infrastructure as well as your application, and it will keep you updated that if something goes wrong, it will trigger a notification. So all these things also we have to automate using Bash or Python. So somehow we need to learn about the Python language or Bash scripting. In one of my recent project, we used Terraform to provide AWS infrastructure and Argo CD for GitOps based deployment to the EKS cluster. This combination, reduced our deployment times by over 60%. Okay, so let's talk about what DevOps engineer actually does they do day to day. Okay, they do write infrastructure as a code. I mean, they use Terraform, especially majorly we use the Terraform to write a code. We use CI/CD pipeline to create CI/CD pipelines for, uh, I mean, you use Jenkins or GitHub Actions. For after creating a pipeline, we have a managed containerized app in a Kubernetes or EKS. Now we can automate them a task with using a Python or Bash. After that, we need to have a monitor logs, like we can use Elastic, Prometheus, Grafana. And after enabling the logs, we need to work closely with developer and cloud architects. Think of DevOps as a glue that hold together modern, modern software delivery. So let's move on to our, so as I said, so we have a certain tools which going to be used or which is being used in a DevOps world. As I said, for committing a code that's on Git and GitHub. So we have the build and test. We use Jenkins, GitHub Actions, Circle CI. For infrastructure as a code, Terraform, Ansible, containerized application, Docker EKS, Argo CD, Helm to deploy application, Prometheus as a logs to monitor, and to automate them as we use the Python and Bash. Okay, so let's move on to other slide that is for DevOps learning roadmap. So now let's look at the roadmap that I recommend for beginner and even mid-level professionals. So foundational Linux Git shell scripting. So we will learn about a few of things about Linux, a few commands which will be used when you will be learning or you will be working with the DevOps. So you may require basic things. We'll learn about the cloud. Uh, what are the services which are being used, like EC2, S3, IAM, VPC, so on. We use IAC, infrastructure as a code. We'll learn about Terraform, Ansible, container. We will learn about containers like Docker, Kubernetes, EKS. CI/CD pipelines, we'll learn about Jenkins, GitHub Actions, Argo CD. Monitor, we'll learn about Elastic or Prometheus Grafana. To automate all these, we can use Python for DevOps. So we will have some kind of Python code to automate our day-to-day routine task. Like if anyone wants to fetch the list of EC2 machines which have which are using the OS as a Ubuntu. So it will fetch all these two machines. Let's suppose we are running thousands of EC2 machines of one of the region. So we will automate using Python. Okay. All right. So if you want to get into DevOps or grow in this field, the best thing is to build hands-on experience. So as I said, I'll teach you and how we use it in our day-to-day activity or real-time world. So we'll try to set up a small project, deploy, we'll use S3 bucket and we'll try to use Terraform, creating a CI/CD pipeline, try to deploy a sample application. We'll try to spin it up the EKS using Terraform. I'll be covering these in future videos in a practical, simplified way. So if you are serious about DevOps, make sure to subscribe, drop a comment with what topic you want to next. And if you are interested in classes or mentorship, reach out through the contact info in the description. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.